All right, Ian.
Well, here it is.
Here it is, the moment you and I have been waiting for.
Not this man, though. He left the commentary booth right here at Drift Masters to do this job exactly, and it is, of course, a very good friend of mine, Dave Egan, ladies and gentlemen, off the line in this incredible carbon Kevlar 2JZ power Toyota Supra, as he flicks it in. Nice angle from Egan, shallows up a little bit there now, flicks it to angle on a wave. Oh, and he drops the wheel off the edge of the track, but he recovers as Egan now works his way round that long outside zone. Big clutch kick, you can see the front of the car pop up as he puts that grip down, now dials it in, nerves flooding through the body of Dave Egan right now as he puts down his first ever qualifying run here at Drift Masters. And you know what? Fair play. Hats off to him, because he dealt with the pressure and the nerves, and I know he was super nervous earlier on today.
Yeah, we've been chatting with him a lot.
We've been messing with him a little bit.
What I liked is that this run is very much like his commentary. You're not quite sure where things are going to go. It looks like it's going to be a disaster, and then he pulls it off like fantastic at the end. I thought this was it for the Supra. I was so worried that he was going to end up diving into the wall, but Dave does end up getting it back on track. Now the question is going to be, was that two wheels completely off track, Ian?
Well, I mean, look, that's what the judges are going to be looking at, and at the end of the day, we're massive fans of drifting at the end of the day. So me and Dave had a gold buzzer. I think we can bring that back.
Could we?
We have the gold buzzer, and that's for me and you. We're like instantly through to the final. I love the show. I love the fact that these guys can throw down, but the judges sometimes don't like the same things that we enjoy, or as drift fans at home enjoy. They're looking for the specifics. They're looking for the best driver on the grid. And you know what? Wheels off track sometimes isn't the one, as we see these phantom slow-mo shots. And we wait for that score. Well, so it seems like Becky's down there with Dave Egan. Becky, what's he got to say about that?
Hello, old friend Dave Egan. How was that for you? Your debut qualifying run. Little flirt, nearly with the wall.
It was scary. I mean, I have the team, I have the car, but you need more than gloves to box with God, and these guys are gods. This track is really fast, really sketchy, and for the first ever corner Drift Masters, it's like 180K. So you got to be super committed. It wasn't my cleanest run, but I'm just glad I didn't make any big mistakes, and I survived. And that's what this season's all about, surviving.
And what are the nerves like being behind the driver's wheel instead of being up in the commentary box?
Oh, terrifying. It's much easier talking about people making mistakes than making them yourself. So it is a totally different game in here. I mean, we watch it, you know, so critically from the commentary box. But when you're doing it, there's a lot more going on in terms of every bit of G-force you're feeling. So I'm going to try and clean it up for the second run. I'm actually just glad I survived the first one, settled the nerves, and what a place, what a track, what a championship.
You've just been told that we've got a 0 on the ball for your first run, so back to the paddock and a little change on setup, or straight out as you were?
Well, that settled my nerves nicely. 0 on the first run. That was our game plan, to go out here and really put on a show last minute. So I think I just dropped 2 wheels at the wall. I was a little sketchy. So yeah, maybe trying to overdrive a little bit. So try and wind it back a little bit.
You got this, Dave. Let's go.
Oh, thank you, Becky, and thank you, Dave. Yeah, and as Becky says there, yeah, news came in as that interview was being given that Dave Egan is sitting on a 0, his first ever qualifying run, and 2 wheels off. The judges saying to me at that long outside zone 4, and of course, like, look, you can't chase that.
Yeah, we knew the interviews were going to be good, though.
Oh, yeah, of course, and that settles his nerves massively. As we move it along to the next driver, and it's going to be the one and only Dave Egan, who currently sits on a 0 after his first qualifying run. I think he got a little nervous, a little rush of blood to the head, a little panicky. He said he just wanted to get that one done and survive. Well, he needs now to not only survive, but put a score on the board as we see Egan flick through the gears, fire that car across the circuit. Nicer line this time, more aggression, and he keeps it on the tarmac as Egan flicks it through. No mistakes at the moment, big handbrake drag, but he sets himself up nicely for outside zone 4. Egan back on throttle. Another big clutch kick from Egan in that Toyota Supra. Fires it on angle, and he's got it together as Dave Egan gets that zone and across the line, and everybody in the booth has a sigh of relief for him.
Man, I don't want to say speechless, because that's not something we should ever be, but I feel proud.
We would get sacked if we're speechless.
I know. No, I feel proud. This is somebody who has put themselves out in the world in a very, very difficult way. This should be a very proud moment for Dave, everybody at DriftGames, and collectively kind of everybody here, because this is huge. This is somebody who had a dream to become a professional race car driver. He put it aside to develop drifting as a sport and to raise drifting to new heights. What Dave has done for this industry and this sport cannot be ignored.
Oh, unbelievable.
And now he's back in the driver's seat and puts together a great run.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. phenomenal.
Just a proud moment.
You're
Proud
you're like a
friend.
proud dad.
I know. and on it, I haven't addressed this yet. Absolutely honored to be sitting in the same place he was. Yeah, I could talk on about that forever, but this is Dave's moment. And Dave, thanks for the opportunity.
Ah,
and yes,
look at that.
Yeah, no, he knows.
he knows inside the car. Look, any good driver knows inside the car. They get that sense of feeling.
A flow.
Yeah, you cross the line and the adrenaline just drops away from your body, and you're
Look
like,
at
oh,
this.
I did it.
Look at that inside clip.
To me, that line was beautiful. I'm not sure if the judges liked it as much as we did it. For me, it was a bit of a golden buzzer, but look at that, an 82.2 for Dave Egan on his debut at Drift Masters, drops himself into 15th position, and I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be safe for top 32.
Wow, bold statement, Ian.
Well,
I agree with it. I think the math's on
Yeah,
that
I think
one.
the math's mathing right there. My maths is bad.